Hello and welcome to Military Mayday, where we're pointing out a few pieces on the chessboard. Got a little nothing of a piece here, but it is kind of important. I want to go over some things with you. If you like this information, why don't you subscribe to the channel, like this video, all that good stuff. Subscribe and like, help me out a little bit. China confronts a U.S. warship as tension grows over Flashpoint. Drove it away. I bet they did. I bet big bad China just drove off an American ship. No, what happened, and this would be my opinion, is that U.S. is testing China to see the response time, how many ships they pull, are they getting airborne, are they running drones? They're just playing with them. You understand? You can't take America. It's too big and powerful. Make no mistake. China's military said it had driven a U.S. warship from waters it claims in the South China Sea at the weekend and accused the United States of being the biggest destroyer of peace and stability in the region. Well, that is hard to disagree with, but this is all Shun Sui. There's a book called The Art of War, and if you haven't got that book, it's like an 80-page read. It's a cheap little book. It's something that you want in your bathroom. You want to give it to your sons, your cousins, your brothers. Again, and read the damn book because it'll tell you mostly what America's doing, and it's running Shun Sui's Art of War tactics, and all of them. What it looks like to me, all of them at one time, which in my opinion I think will end badly, but we'll have to see. The incident highlighted the tensions in the Flashpoint region and was the first such confrontation since China's President Jinping and U.S. President Biden met on the sidelines of an Asian Pacific summit in San Francisco earlier this month and reported progress on some of the issues that have strained ties between the global rivals. China's state-run People's Daily quoted Senior Colonel Tian Junli, spokesperson of the People's Liberation Army's Southern Theater Command, as saying that the guided missile destroyer USS Hopper had entered China's territorial waters illegally on Saturday. It said the incident occurred near the Paracel Islands, which China calls the Xisha Islands. I don't know how to pronounce that. The Theater Command has organized air and naval forces to follow and monitor it and drove it away according to law, he was quoted saying. Tian sharply criticized the United States, labeling an action of a serious violation of China's sovereignty and security. Tian described the United States. Yeah, who's a serious problem to sovereignty and security? China is a serious problem to its own sovereignty and to its own security. Make no mistake about it. Tian described the United States as a security risk maker in the southern China Sea and the biggest destroyer of peace and stability in the region. He said troops in the region will remain on high alert. China's claim over almost the entirety of the South China Sea have long been a point of contention, bringing it into confrontation not only with the United States but also with other regional claimants, including the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Brunei. Beijing has consistently rejected the 2016 ruling of the Permanent Court of Arbitration, which stated that China's claims to the South China Sea have no legal basis. The Hopper had asserted navigational rights in the South China Sea near the Paracel Islands consistent with international law, according to the U.S. Navy, cited by Reuters. Lieutenant Kristen Whiteman, deputy spokesperson of the U.S. 7th Fleet, told Reuters via email the United States challenges excessive maritime claims around the world regardless of the identity of the claimant. She, quote, as saying that unlawful and sweeping maritime claims in the South China Sea pose a serious threat to the freedom of the seas. The United States regularly conducts what it calls freedom of navigation missions in the South China Sea to distribute its resistance to what Washington describes as an excessive maritime claims. According to the friction with China, U.S. forces last week began air and sea patrol with the Philippines. Another U.S. ally, Australia, recently sent a warship to the tense Taiwan Strait between the mainland of Taiwan, which China claims is part of its territory, despite opposition of the self-ruled island. The Paracel Islands, whether the incident of the Hopper took place, were seized by China in 1974. They were also claimed by Vietnam and Taiwan. The writer is Matthew Tosteben for Newsweek. Newsweek is usually pretty reliable sources. But again, guys, you know, all the U.S. is doing is just testing him. China says he drove the U.S. Hopper away. USS Hopper stuck to its set course and sailed on its always intended after passing through area illegally claimed by China. Mainland thinks sailing through international waters is destroying peace. What about building illegal martialized islands in international waters? Yeah, well, they are building up their own islands and all kinds of shit. But yeah, that's basically it on this one. That's just a little quickie that I seen. Um, Again, don't worry about it. We're just testing them, seeing what's up. That's if it wasn't China that came after us and violated us, but who knows? Nobody was hurt. That's the good point, and nothing was started out of it. Flexing little muscles, showing off, testing, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, till next time, toodaloo.